The Quran repeatedly says that it affirms the previous scriptures or confirms the previous scriptures. Let's actually put that to the test. If Islam does indeed confirm the previous scriptures, then it should be adhered to. If not, it should be rejected. So let's look at Surah chapter 2, verse 41. It says, "And believe in what I have sent down, confirming that which is already with you, and be not of the first to disbelieve in it, and do not exchange my signs for a small price, and fear only me." So that's the Sahih International. And then Pickthall says, "And believe in that which I reveal, confirming that which ye possess already of the scripture, and be not first to disbelieve therein, and part not with my revelation for a trifling price, and keep your duty unto me." So once again, the translators are continuously saying that it does indeed confirm the previous scriptures. Or we can even look at the Arabic there. It does have confirm as the word there. Let's continue on. See, it says in chapter 2, verse 91, it says, "And when it is said to them, believe in what Allah has revealed, they say, we believe only in what was revealed to us." Notice the brackets, meaning that it is not in the original Arabic. It says, "And they disbelieve in what came after it, while it is truth, confirming that which is with them. Say then, why did you kill the prophets of Allah before, if you are indeed believers?" So once again, the Quran is affirming that it does indeed confirm the previous scriptures. Now for the test. In chapter 11, verse 42 and 43, it says, "And it sailed with them through the waves like mountains. And Noah called to his son, who was apart from them, 'O my son, come aboard with us, and be not with the disbelievers.' But he said, 'I will take refuge on a mountain to protect me from the water.' Noah said, 'There is no protector today from the decree of Allah, except for whom he gives mercy.' And the waves came between them, and he was among the drowned." So here it's saying that one of the sons of Noah did not get upon the ark, and he was drowned in the flood. But let's see what the Bible has to say on this point. It says in Genesis chapter 7, verse 13, it says, "On the same day Noah, along with his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, entered the ark along with Noah's wife and his 3 sons' wives." So here in the Bible, all the sons and their wives and Noah and his wife all get on the ark. So that's what the Torah says. And look what the New Testament says in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 20. It says, "Who is in the past were disobedient when God was patiently waited in the days of Noah while the ark was being prepared. In it a few, that is 8 people, were saved through water." So once again, it's Noah, his wife, and the 3 sons and their wives, which is a total of 8 people. But yet we have the Quran saying that one of the sons was drowned. So on this point, the Quran is in disagreement with the previous scriptures. So therefore, it does not confirm the previous scriptures. But I want to look at another example that is the death nail to Islam with regards to confirming the previous scriptures. We can see in chapter 4, verse 157, it says, "And for their saying, indeed, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, and they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him. But another was made to be resemble him to them, and indeed those who differ over it are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge of it except the following of their assumption, and they did not kill him for certain." Did you notice the box there? It says, "And they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him." So once again, this is the classic text where Islam is the only religion in the world that denies the crucifixion of Christ, whereas the even the critics today affirm that the most well-known part of Jesus' life is his death on the cross. But once again, let's look at what the previous scriptures have to say on this point. We can see in Matthew chapter 27, verse 33 through 36, it says, "When they came to the place called Golgotha, which means place of the skull, they gave him wine mixed with gall to drink. But when he tasted it, he refused to drink it. After crucifying him," once again, notice the box, "they divided his clothes by casting lots. Then they sat down and were guarding him there." So that's the Gospel of Matthew. Let's look at the Gospel of Mark. It says in Mark 15, 25 to 27, "Now it was 9 in the morning when they crucified him. The inscription on the charge written against him was the King of the Jews. They crucified him, 2 criminals with him, one on his right and the other on his left. So once again, we have the Gospel of Mark saying that he was indeed crucified. Let's look at the Gospel of Luke. It says 2 criminals were also led away to be executed with him. When they arrived at the place called the Skull, they crucified him. Once again, notice the box. There along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them. Notice that Jesus is asking his Father to forgive them. This is, of course, this is in opposition to with regards to what Muhammad said whenever he was dying, whenever he cursed the individuals to their faces, whenever he was perishing. But Jesus here, once again, he asked his Father to forgive the individuals. He says, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. And they divided his clothing and cast lots. The people stood watching, and even the leaders were scoffing. He saves others. Let him save himself. If this is God's Messiah, the chosen one. The soldiers also mocked him. They came offering him sour wine and said, If you are the King of the Jews, save yourself. An inscription was above him. This is the King of the Jews. So I want to make another point real quick. With regards to the title Messiah, the Quran has no clue what it actually means, because the Quran uses the term, but it doesn't know what it means. You have to go to the New Testament in order to find out that it is Jesus, of course. And if you look in the Old Testament, the Messiah is the anointed King of Israel who would suffer and die for his people. Let's look at the Gospel of John. It says, there they crucified him. This is in chapter 19, verse 18 through 22. It says, there they crucified him, and 2 others were with him, one on either side, with Jesus in the middle. Pilate also had a sign made and put on the cross. It said, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Many of the Jews read the sign because the place where Jesus was crucified was near the city, and it was written in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek. So here we have that it is written in the languages of the day. It says, so the chief priest of the Jews said to Pilate, do not write the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am the King of the Jews. Pilate replied, what I have written, I have written. So here we have Pilate affirming that he's not going to change that. But the point is that all 4 canonical Gospels agree that Jesus was indeed crucified. So once again, the Quran is in opposition. Therefore, it does not confirm the previous scriptures. And because the Quran does not confirm the previous scriptures, then Islam cannot be trusted and should be disregarded. I will see you in the next video.